Welcome to that one show where Luke's coming at some point, but it's a Saturday because Mother's Day is tomorrow.
Yeah,
So we're doing it today.
a lot of missing people.
Yeah. Luke should be here soon. We may have an appearance from Seth. He said he might show up, but we'll see what happens. So, what's been happening?
Not too much. Work.
Yeah.
I was the only person at work for the first 3 days. This
Really?
week I was the only warehouse person.
Oh, man.
So I was pretty buried this week. Yesterday I didn't get home and I got there at 7, and usually it's 7 to 3. I didn't get out of the truck until like 6:30.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So yesterday was a lot.
Oh, I bet. Sounds like a lot. Well, it's been an eventful week for me, I'd say. If you didn't see, I graduated my college, my community college.
I saw that. Congratulations.
Thank
I
you.
saw it on your snap.
Yeah. We played Uno during the ceremony.
I saw. That's a good idea.
We didn't have to, but we thought it'd be cool, so we did.
I know, but I bet it's really long, so
Yeah, it
we'll
was
get a
long.
couple good games in.
Yeah, we got a few games in. It was fun. But that's the thing that happened. We do have, I don't think you've heard about this yet, unless someone told you, but we do have some sad news regarding one of our Team AGF members.
Oh, yeah, what happened?
I'll explain it real quick. Since he posted it on his story and shit, I'm assuming it's allowed to be public.
What the fuck happened?
So, our friend, as you all know, Dylan A., he got hit by a car.
Oh
the
my
other day.
god, I joked about that yesterday.
No,
I saw a picture of him,
Mhm.
and I was talking to Caleb actually, and I was like, damn, my buddy Dylan is in the hospital, and he was like, what happened? I said, looks like he got hit by a car.
Yeah,
And
exactly
no,
what
he
happened.
actually got hit by a car.
Mhm.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in Florida for vacation. It was his last day there, and he was crossing the street. And
What a way to end vacation. Holy shit.
So, thankfully, he's doing okay.
He looks good, yeah.
Yeah.
He looks fine now.
Mm-hmm. Just a few fractures and stuff. Nothing broken. So,
Really?
he's very fortunate, but it's...
Yeah.
Damn, it's still crazy. I was in shock when I first heard
Bro,
that.
that's nuts. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, hoping he gets better soon. And that's all. I don't want to talk too much about it because it's not really my story to tell, but since he posted about it, it is public information.
Yeah.
But it's really tragic.
There was a kid that went to my school that got hit by a car.
Oh, yeah?
As well.
Mm.
But he was a troublemaker. Let's
Oh,
just say
okay.
that. He's a rabble rouser. He got the school shut down for
Oh.
making a joke that was pertaining to. You could probably fill in the blanks there. And then, literally, like a couple months later, he got hit by a truck.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
God damn.
So yeah, I guess karma came back around on that one. And
Yeah.
He was fine, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
He lived.
Yeah. When I was in high school, it's kind of a funny but fucked up story. There's no one you guys know, so it's fine. There was this kid he had a Jeep, and he was leaving one day. I think he was parked at Owens, I don't remember, like the park next to our school. And he ran over some girl in our school, and she didn't end up going to prom, I think.
Oh no.
Or maybe she did, but she was in like a whole brace and shit.
Damn.
I'm like, damn, bro.
It's crazy how like the human body is simultaneously like the easiest thing to break and the most resilient thing in the entire world.
It's so true.
Like, you can literally trip on a rock and break your neck and die.
Mm-hmm.
But you could get hit by a truck and just like be like, yeah, a couple fractures, I'm good. Like, what the fuck?
The best example of that is it's Jeremy Renner, right? That's his name. The guy got hit
ran over by a fucking
snowplow.
tank.
Yeah.
Not even like it wasn't any normal snowplow. I don't know if you saw the pictures of it. That thing was a tank.
Yeah.
Like, that's like an Antarctic exploration device.
Yeah, that thing was wicked. Like, but he survived. He got really, really damaged from it, but he survived.
So now he can make Renovations, which is his new show.
God damn it.
I think it's like Pimp My Ride.
Oh.
Or like he gets where like they give people his car and like he fixes them and makes them better or whatever.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what it is. I think it's that in houses or whatever. I don't know.
My freaking computer's not working. It's saying there's no internet. Why does this happen every week? I can add a VPN, but apparently the networks just don't exist right now. So there might not be a link dump this week if the fucking computer's
You can have a
up.
VPN on a Chromebook.
I guess so.
I guess you could, yeah. I guess it is on your network.
Yeah, you can also run Linux on here. So that's
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be better.
Oh yeah, definitely. I don't have it set up right now properly. I have it set up, but I just haven't really messed around with it yet.
Yeah, I'm still gonna buy a Caleb's PC.
Oh yeah.
I saved up $200 for it.
There you go. That's a start.
I keep asking him, hey, how much do you want to sell it for? He's like, we'll just figure out a price. I'm just like, he like mentions my last price range. I said like I was gonna have like a budget of like $1,000 because I was gonna build something super crazy.
Yeah.
But like he was like, somewhere around that range. It was like, I don't know. I was like, wait, like you want to give him like a price? He's like, we can talk about it. I'm like, all right, well, we're talking about it.
We need to talk about it.
I want to know how much you want. He's like, yeah, we get there. We'll figure it out.
We'll talk
I'm
about
like,
it.
oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, we got it. It's okay. But hey, that's another meme that might finally end. You saying, I'm gonna get a computer.
Yeah, I'm gonna end all of my memes.
You already ended the Skyrim one.
I got the Skyrim one. It's done. I actually uninstalled it last night. It's
perfect.
gone.
No temptation at all.
No, I don't even care anymore.
Perfect. I mean, I love Skyrim, but yeah. If you're a long-time podcast listener, or even just subscriber of mine...
Once I get a PC, I can finally squash my other meme of, I got my YouTube channel up, I'm ready, I'm going to start uploading.
Yeah! That's the other one. There's so many.
It's like an old-ass one.
Yeah.
I said that shit like 3 times. I still have that channel, the Purple Monkey channel.
Oh, yeah.
I own it. I have the name.
Oh, that's good.
But I don't, I don't post anything on it.
Yeah. The Wi-Fi appeared again.
Has the Fallen been kicking your ass this week in particular?
It's been bad for like a while for me.
The allergies like this time of year are getting fucking insane.
Yeah, it's
the reason I wasn't here last week because I had a sinus infection.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't realize that it already had left because the allergies have disguised it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, my sinus infection was still here. I was curious. I was like, no, it would be gone after a couple days.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no, that's just fucking allergies.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been bad for me too, and I'm never really affected by allergies and shit like that. Something about this year has just been really bad.
They kill me. They kill me. Especially this year. I can't fucking breathe this year.
Yeah, every morning I wake up like, okay, I can't fucking breathe.
Yeah.
I don't know. And sleeping with the windows open doesn't help. Because you think natural airflow would help, but nope.
And now that I'm outside a lot for my work.
Yup.
Yeah.
Now, once we get to June, we'll be
Another thing is, since we didn't have any winter this year, I noticed the wasps are awful this year. They're fucking everywhere. Everywhere I go, there's fucking hundreds of them.
It was about normal for me so far, at least around here.
The weather, like, because it didn't get cold enough to, like, kill them off over the winter, there's so much more this year.
Yeah. I can't believe it, man. I haven't seen a lot around here, but I'm sure there's a lot more because they never had the chance to freeze.
Yeah. It also, I don't know, my theory is also because of my work, there's a lot of cardboard and and cardboard piles and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They seem to like that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Because it's very reminiscent
trash.
of what their hives are made out of.
Very, like, a lot of the I deal with a lot of the trash at my work, so I see a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably
they like the
problem.
papery type materials.
Yeah.
So that's just something you got to deal with. Just, New Jersey problems. But I'm sure wasps are bad everywhere. Are they a global thing? I think they're a global thing.
That's like a global thing.
Yeah, minus like the cold regions and shit like that. Maybe the really hot ones still, but...
I think that we should genocide the wasps. I don't think that they have any I don't think there's any like purpose they serve. I think they're actually invasive. So I
Right?
think that maybe we should go on a wasp genocide and just kill all of them.
Yeah, for real. I think there's someone out there who has given like positive points on wasps, but there's probably very few. I gotta look those up real quick.
I know that like there was some guy who made a mosquito that had like a genetic defect that like was genetic, so that when it mated with another mosquito, all those eggs were then infertile, so that like it literally just kills like a billion mosquitoes from like one little guy, and they thought about releasing a bunch of them into the wild and just killing like thousands and billions of mosquitoes. But they were like, no, that's unethical. We can't do that.
Bro, mosquitoes, what does a mosquito do that's good?
Nothing.
Aside from feed other animals, what does it do that's good?
They could eat something else.
Exactly. I found something else. Wasps and predators feeding insects to their young. What makes them beneficial is that they prey on many insects, including caterpillars, flies, crickets, and other pests. Oh, there you go. There's something. According to Penn State Extension.
I guess. I'll just start filling in the hole there. I'll just go around. I'll just be the bug like judge, like Judge Dredd. I'm judge, jury, executioner of all bugs.
Okay.
I'll just decide whether or not they get to.
Wow. I mean, that's pretty much every person though. When they see a bug,
Yeah, that's true.
their instinct is to either ignore it or kill it.
I usually ignore bugs, like if they're in my room too.
Mm-hmm.
Like if there's like a spider in my room, I usually don't kill it as long as it stays in its corner.
Yeah.
The moment it comes into my space, that's when I have a problem. You can stay in your little corner over there. Just don't come over here anywhere near me.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much, yeah. I don't like spiders going around me. I mean, I don't mind spiders. I like snakes. I like a lot of creatures that people don't like. Like, I like spiders. I like snakes. I like pit bulls. Yeah, people don't like pit bulls. You know,
I'm not scared of snakes, but like I won't go up to snakes. I won't like. I'm not like one to go grab a snake.
If I have to, I will. But yeah, me neither. I'm more of a, oh look, that's cool. But I won't be like,
oh my god, it's a snake. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not getting the shovel out and chopping its head off. Like, I'm not one of those people. Unless it's like, you know, attacking like the chickens or the goats or something, then I'll grab the 12 gauge and waste it on a snake. Or I'll just, you know, I'll tread on the snake. You know, I'll cut it up into 13 different pieces.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, that snake treaded on me, so, you know. Even though that's 2 different flags, that's the join or die flag.
That is 2 different flags.
But it's a snake, so there's the connection. Would you believe I took history classes in college?
Would you believe that we learned the American Revolution at least 4 times in our lifetime?
Bro, I don't get it. I'm so tired of schools teaching the same shit every single year.
Yeah.
It goes, colonial America, the Revolution, maybe stuff in between that and the Civil War. Like, you know,
We might teach the War of 1812.
Yeah, maybe the War of 1812. There's the Civil War. There's the end of the Civil War, and we ran out of time before we could get to the World Wars.
Yeah.
Good, better luck next year.
I did I did one lesson on World War One and one lesson on World War Two in my entire school career.
That's crazy.
What the fuck?
I've done a few World War II ones, and we didn't talk about like World War One until like my freshman year of high school.
Damn.
Like there was no mention of Austria-Hungary until I was like 15.
World history isn't taught as much too. I like world history.
Yeah.
I like learning about, because we spent our entire life learning about like our upbringing as a country since we're relatively new.
Yeah.
But there's so many other countries with so much more history that we've never learned about.
Yeah.
And the only other thing, like if they do teach you like world history, it's usually like the French Revolution.
Yeah.
Or like Greece.
Yeah.
They like people are obsessed with Greece.
Like Greece
Which is cool,
but like
Yeah.
I think Rome and Egypt are a lot more interesting than Greece.
I think Rome is a
personally.
lot more interesting.
Yeah.
Like I really like Caesar and like that time period, him fighting the Gauls and stuff is very interesting. they never talk about it in school. I was never taught that. You know,
Yeah.
I kind of had to go out of my way to go learn about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, like, we're talking about world history in 6th grade, but again, that's from a 6th grader's perspective. So they can only teach you so much that you can comprehend.
Yeah, they only really did like Greece too. It wasn't like.
Well, we did Egypt. We did like Neanderthals, like, you know, the Neolithic era.
Oh, I never did that.
Up until the Roman era. But we barely touched on the Roman era. It was like, because it was towards the end of the year, so we didn't have much to do. We got up to like, it was pretty much all BC, but it was only like 4 things. It was like Paleolithic and Neolithic peoples, Egypt, Greece, and Rome. That's it. When there's so much in the Middle East that was so much more interesting than people think about. Like the Persian Empire, like, come on, that shit's awesome to think about.
And they usually stop around the Korean War too. They never went past that either. They never mentioned Vietnam.
Yeah, I mean, in high school, like, I had classes. I was in honors class, so maybe that also helps.
Like, I had like a day where we talked about Vietnam in history class. And other than that, it was very kind of like it was glossed.
My junior year, they actually did go pretty in depth. Williamstown did have some pretty good history teachers. I'll give some shout outs real quick. I'll give shout out to Mr. Hartwig and very unpopular opinion apparently, but Mrs. Gazzo. Like, these are people that made me interested more in history.
Yeah, I actually also had some pretty cool history teachers. I can't remember some of their names. Fuck, I don't know.
Yeah,
I had some of the Delsey like history teachers were actually pretty cool. History teachers seem to be a little more chill.
They're one of the chiller ones for sure. But those were my favorite classes because they made you give a shit about history.
Yeah, like I actually kind of cared.
Like, that's the number one thing that's wrong with the history teaching in America is that teachers who are told to teachers who are told to teach it. What a tongue twister sentence. They either don't give a shit about history or are too lazy to go in depth with it because they just want to meet the bare minimum and just get the job done.
The quota.
Yeah. But then you have the teachers who are passionate about it and will actually make you give a shit. We need more of that because how many people are very historically illiterate in America?
They have no fucking clue
insane.
Anything that happens. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's not like, oh, you need to memorize all these dates and these wars and shit. No, that's not what history's about.
No. It's mostly know the stories of what happened. Mm-hmm. You know? Because
those stories give context clues onto why certain events happen today.
It's cause and effects, like, basically.
That's a lot of what it is. And understanding how shit runs.
It's insane to me. Or there's people who have a very bare minimum understanding of history and base their opinions off of that.
Yeah.
In an aggressive way. Like, it's insane the amount of people who, like, hate Japanese people because they fought a civil war. I'm like, fucking 80 years ago? You're still mad? What the fuck? You weren't even born then.
Like, go touch grass, kid.
Like, what the fuck?
It's those super edgelords.
There's another, like, on Xbox, it's like, there's people who are like, I fucking hate British people. Why? Listen, why do you hate British people?
Okay,
we fought them in the Revolution. So
300 years ago.
300 years ago.
Yeah.
So fuck them.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Oh my god. It's like those people, those edgelords who are obsessed with World War II. Yeah. It's like that type of shit. But that's the other issue is that on the opposite end of the spectrum is that there's the people who hyperfixate on certain wars. Yeah. And they never truly expand their knowledge out to other shit.
I do have that same problem with like the Pacific War because I really like the Pacific War, but there are other like time periods I do like as well.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Like if World War II is your favorite, that's fine. It's a little bit of a basic pick these days in the historical community, but that's fine because there's so many different stories you could talk about, especially because of how well documented
it's mostly the Western Front though. It's usually what most people talk about is Germany.
Yeah.
So it is. I don't know. Learning about the Pacific was such a refreshing like take on World War II.
Hell, even just doing
World War II's kind of just been overdone, or Russia.
Yeah, that's even still the Western Front, but it's still different.
Yeah. The Korean War. Nobody talks about the Korean War. It's literally called the Forgotten War. Like,
it's because it was sandwiched in between two major conflicts.
Yeah.
And it sucks, but that's just how people remember it. I mean, I feel like nowadays, at least in the historical community, it's a lot more, talked about.
Yeah.
Especially because of however the relations between North and South Korea are on any given Sunday.
The way that they are right now, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, oh, they're mad. Oh, they're not. Oh, they're on the same side of the border. Oh, well, now they're not. You know, it's just stupid shit like that. Oh, they're at the Olympics together. I don't know. It's just a weird roller coaster when it comes to Korea. But I feel like we've gone on a long enough of a history rant. But then again, there's no one here to stop us.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if Luke gets here, he'll be like, what?
What? Huh?
But I guess we'll move on. A year ago today, as of the day we're recording this, I saw the Dead Milkmen live with my mom.
The Dead Milkmen.
Yeah.
Isn't that like the funny like parody band you were talking
Yeah,
about?
the funny punk rock, the funny punk band from the
Yeah.
80s that my uncle introduced me to.
Primus-esque.
Yeah, they're like they're kind of like Primus. They're before Primus though, because these guys.
That's why I
were
said
since the
Primus-esque.
80s. Yeah.
Very.
They're like Primus if they did punk, and took themselves even less seriously. That's the best way I can describe who the Dead Milkmen are. And they're from around here. They're from Pennsylvania, Philly.
Oh really?
Oh shit! They got a new album coming out too. Oh my god. New LP, Quaker City, Quiet Pills, to be released June 9th. Oh wow, that's really soon.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. I've already listened to all their albums too, so that'll be pretty cool. If you want to check
I'm
them.
kind of pissed that I was sick last week. I missed the album review from last
Yeah,
week. I wanted to make that.
I'm kind of upset that I understand why you missed it, but I kind of wish you were in that episode.
Pissed. Yeah.
And I feel like if you watched that episode,
I did.
Yeah. I feel like I talked a little too much in that episode, and I kind of feel bad for that.
Man, I wish I was there for that episode. I had things to say about the album.
Yeah, and the one thing we did forget to mention, we forgot to mention the bars in that album. Like,
oh, yeah.
That's another huge talking point on that album, is how shitty the bars are.
This kind of pickle we're in is hard to dill.
She's got buns, and I got it.
So many good lines.
Oh my god. Yeah, we didn't even mention that in the last episode. But, yeah, might as well not dwell on that. But the album this week is 1984.
I fucking love this album. Yeah. There's also another one I've already done, too.
Oh, yeah, this is another episode that we could clip in there.
Yeah.
I've never actually fully dove into Van Halen. I've only listened to 2 albums.
Bangers.
Yeah. Their first album is probably my favorite one, personally. But then there's this one. I've listened to this one before. This album's great, too.
I don't know which one I like more between this and the first.
Yeah.
It's very hard.
They're definitely
I
like
think
the
I
two
like
best
1984
ones.
a little more.
I understand why, but I just like the first one better. But 1984's got all the bangers on it. So as for album review, there might be a 3-man, or we might have to skip this week because
nobody's here.
Dylan B's working. Dylan A's at home recovering.
Yeah.
And Jake's golfing. So if Luke shows up, we could do a 3-man like the old days.
We could.
And besides, either way, I'd be picking.
Yeah.
So it's not like too much is really affected, aside from the not having 4 people for the first time since, I think, episode 2. When we did, like, the cube, the ice cube, the melty guy, who I can't see because I'm going to be in the Poconos. I'm fucking pissed. By the way, Ice Cube's coming.
I did see that he was coming.
July 7th. You should definitely go see him if you have the chance to. I can't, though.
Maybe.
Yeah, Lid and Chento were talking about going. I just can't go. But, yeah, concert season. We might have talked about this already on the podcast, but there's a few I'm pretty excited for this year.
Well, Metallica's coming this year still.
Here's the thing. I really want to go. I don't think I have the money to go.
Yeah.
It's just the sad reality.
That's how I feel about Billy Joel.
Yeah.
I really want to go see
more
Billy Joel, but
yeah, there's just some concerts that are
too
just
expensive.
It's just too out of my price range. I just can't do it. But we got Avenged Sevenfold coming. That's probably my most anticipated concert of this year that I'm going to, or at least that I can realistically go to. I'm excited for that because Avenged Sevenfold, you know, I've been listening to them for probably a decade at this point because, you know, Shepherd of Fire, the badass song that it is. Because I think coming up will be 10 years of Origins. Way to feel old as fuck, you know? 50 Cent's coming too.
50's coming.
He's coming in August. I forget which day. I think it's like the 13th or something. So if you want to see 50 Cent, I mean,
I'm good.
here's the thing. I want to say that too, but you know how much a Get
Probably
Rich or
good
Die
live.
Trying would be?
Probably
you know,
good live.
that's what I'm saying. And it's at BB or Freedom Mortgage Pavilion, so it's gonna be cheap for 50 Cent. If I can't see Ice Cube, at least I'll see someone that's was popular at one point for his one album. By the way, still great album. Even if I'm not a big 50 Cent fan, but I do like that first album a lot.
The first album is good.
Like it has very few like skips on it. It's just that good. But moving on from that, Disturbed's coming. I don't know if I'm seeing Disturbed yet, but they are coming back. I think
I would like to see Disturbed again. Who are they with this time?
Let me tell you. If only I could type. Oh, they're in Europe right now, but they'll be over here in I think August. Maybe I'll go to Disturbed. I don't know yet. What day are they? Oh no! I swore they were coming around. Here it is, August 21st, and they're coming with. I'll tell you in a second. I'm struggling right now. I'm gonna have to really deep dive this, but maybe I'll see Disturbed. They're not one of my favorite bands, but I understand why people like them. But I know that the big one that everyone wants to go to is Snoop Dogg and Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah.
That's like the big one. Okay. Oh, Breaking Benjamin and Ginger. So that's an interesting lineup, I guess. The Take Back Your Life 2023 tour. You know, I might go see them. I just have to. I don't know a lot of Disturbed. I know like the hits, and I know that first album.
They put on a great show when I saw them.
Oh yeah, that's right. You have seen them before.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll check them out. But September 17th is like the last one they have at Freedom Mortgage. It's I'm taking my mom to that one because I want to take her to a concert this year. It's ZZ Top, Leonard Skinner, and Uncle Kracker.
Oh shit.
Like that's like the lineup that she'd like the best.
That's a pretty good lineup.
Yeah, like I'm excited to see it. That's one of those concerts you just want to drink at too.
That sounds like a neat concert.
Yeah, you just get a bunch of like drinks and you know get some beers and just have a great time. Oh, that'll be great. What else is kind of off the top of my head? Pantera and Lamb of God are also coming there at some point, like 2 days before Metallica. So that one I might go to instead of Metallica, because broke boy. Other than that, there's not many more that we'd be interested in. Those are like the only ones that I really touched on. I guess I'll talk about, speaking of music, I'll talk about the artists I've been doing. I've been doing Kiss. And I'll say, a lot of their 70s albums, they got some good shit on there. But, I don't know, like, they're not one of my favorites. Like, after a while, their sound kind of just gets stale. and I got to the 80s albums, and it's not the same. It's a lot softer sounding. I don't know. That's the best way I can describe it. It's a lot softer. I don't know how your knowledge of Kiss is, but it's...
I don't know very much Kiss.
I didn't know a lot going into the... I mean, there's songs that, I know this song, I just didn't know the name of it. There's a lot of that, but there's a lot of just... I can see why people kind of clown on Kiss. Like, they're not one of my favorites.
I've never really cared for them. They just seem kind of goofy.
They are kind of goofy. It's like their whole aesthetic is really goofy compared to the music they make.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say. But they got some bangers. Like, Strutter's still really good. Detroit Rock City's still my favorite Kiss song. That song's a banger. Rock and Roll All Night, it's overplayed, but it's really good. I Was Made for Loving You is great.
Yeah.
What's the one named after a girl that's really popular? I don't remember. But that one's pretty good too. But I don't know who I'm doing next. We'll see how the polls decide. Anything else you want to talk about? You have in mind?
Not really.
Hmm.
Not too much to talk about here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to wrap it up too early. Luke's gonna miss the whole freaking podcast. But I uploaded. Did you see my newest short film?
I
Line?
did not watch it yet.
Okay. Well, I released my final short film for school. I mean, probably not the last one, but the last for the year. And I do have an idea for a short film over the summer. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to say too much about it yet. All I'll say is that there's an idea that's in the works, and if it comes out, it'll probably come out sometime in August, maybe September, depending on how long it takes, and who I can get for it and how free they are. You know, there's a lot of variables that go into it. But yeah, I'll put the short film in the link dump if you guys want to check it out. I worked pretty hard on it, kinda. It's got 9 likes. I'm popular, not really, but it's because I told people to go watch it. But most people said they liked it, so I'll take that as a compliment. How did you just drop?
I don't know. Got my soda cap.
Not the capery on the zappery.
Oh, fuck. Well, that's apocalypse money for somebody later.
Oh, yeah. Fallout. I have not really played much of Fallout recently. All I play is Fallout Shelter, and I'm tired of it. I'm getting ready to uninstall it.
I haven't touched Fallout Shelter in like 2 years.
It's not worth it. I'm only doing it on the Xbox because it has achievements, and there's one I don't think I'm gonna spend time trying to get.
Have you spent any money on Fallout Shelter?
That's why. If I did, I probably would have been done that game by now, but I refuse. It's not worth spending money on.
I have.
Oh.
I've at least spent like $15-20 on Fallout Shelter.
That's not too bad, but I'm still disappointed.
I know.
My thing is, like, every time I log in, I send another dweller out into the wasteland until they die, and then I send another out. And once my population hits 0, I'm deleting the game. Because, like, I don't want to spend all this time grinding out the lunch boxes to get, like, my last achievement is I need to get 20, like, ultra rare or epic, is it epic? I think it's epic. I need 20 epic survivors, like wasteland survivors, which is mostly people from the games. I think I have like 7 or 8 right now, and I need 12 more. And They pop up so rarely in the loot boxes, and I'm not spending money on loot boxes. That's just not my thing. I'd rather not. Oh, okay, we're recording, so I can turn that off.
Copyrighted music,
Yeah.
am I right?
Yeah.
Sorry I'm late. I had a lot of financial bullshit to deal with.
You made it. I'll give you that.
Yes, sir.
Because today's kind of a fucked up.
Hello, funny people of the world.
What time is it on?
It's 34:12.
Oh, okay. You came at a decent time. I'm gonna check the battery real quick because my phone was dying.
Cool if I get a podcast order.
Go ahead.
Thank you, sir. So,
Alright, we'll go for like another 5-10 minutes because my phone's gonna die soon.
fucking, my bank literally mailed me a debit card, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that I got a fucking debit card mailed to me because my mailbox was so full of shit. And I'm like, bro,
Do your parents not check the mail?
I guess not. Because, like, last time I did it, I got yelled at because I put mail on the fucking kitchen table.
And my dad's like, what the fuck? Why are you all the mail all the day long? I'm like, dude, what?
We keep it in the mailbox, right? Forget about it.
Now, are you gonna eat that here, or are we not gonna go out and eat?
Yeah, that's
Oh, fuck. You know what? I'll save this for later.
Yeah, so where are we going for lunch?
It is Saturday.
Jersey Mike's.
But Saturday, there's a lot more
But
options.
Saturday,
Yeah, that's
or Peter's and Sons?
Mac and cheese cheesesteak?
I'm getting the pretzel one.
I haven't had the pretzel one.
I've not had the pretzel one. How was the pretzel one?
Dude, that shit was
Then I'm getting the
I
pretzel.
think we might be going to Peter's and Sons.
I had a cheesesteak with fried onions on that pretzel roll. Dynamite, dude. It was dynamite. It was certified. Last night I had a very interesting experience.
Define interesting.
I wound up at Sharky's
Oh, nice.
and the vibe was weird. There was a bunch of fucking tattooed wannabe bikers, and then there was like one real hardcore biker
Sounds like Sharkies.
sitting in the corner just staring at him. I was like, oh god, he's gonna try and fight these fucking kids. And then I ran into one of your old friends, Sarah. Dude, she's really into me. I don't like this, but like, I don't know, man. She just broke up with her man too, her army man.
Don't do it.
I'm scared.
Don't do it. Listen, if I'm telling you don't do it, don't do it.
You know how we had girls in our grade that were notorious for things? This girl's notorious for things, and
I'm not gonna get into detail on here, obviously, but you know those girls where your friend says don't do it.
Hey, dude,
Ooh.
both
It's one of-
Dylans said don't do it, and I'm like,
Don't do it.
Ooh,
Listen, we went to school with her. Don't do it.
don't do it. Okay, I
Yeah,
respect the homies. I respect that. Also,
she dated Bobby for a bit.
our Bobby, like Bob, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
For
I
like,
wouldn't
for like a
expect-
month. It was weird. He regretted it. They never did anything, but he
Yeah.
regretted it.
Gotcha. Did we already make reference to Dylan A?
Yeah,
Okay.
we talked about it earlier.
I got him. I went through my collection of stuff and things that I don't use or have anymore, or don't need. I found 2 Star Wars figurines that he can keep.
Aw.
So they're little get well gifts for him. And I called him yesterday, dude. I got a chance to talk to him.
That's
I
good.
called Logan, and Logan's like, dude, he's home. He's right next to me. You want to talk to him? I'm like, yeah, sure. Put me on the phone. He sounded okay. Like he was talking fine,
Mm-hmm.
how he normally does. But I think he's got a concussion. And fucking Florida never diagnosed it. So Jersey, whenever he goes to the doctors again, they're gonna have to check on him.
Why does he have concussion symptoms?
I put him on the phone with Jake for a minute too,
Mm-hmm.
and he said Dylan said he had a bad fucking headache, and I'm like, that's usually.
Well, he did just get rocked, you know.
That is the first sign of a concussion, though, a serious headache that won't go away.
Well, if he has trouble looking at electronics, that's a clear sign right there.
Yeah. But
Or if light sensitivity gets him, which he should know by now, though. Like by now, you should know if you have a concussion because it was 2 days ago,
Yeah.
or 3 days when this, maybe 3 or 4 days when this goes up. It happened on Friday.
Thursday night going into Friday.
Yeah.
Okay, dude, that's tragic. But
Thankfully, he's okay.
we're wishing the homie the speediest recovery.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, we see him today too.
Yeah, we might go visit him today. I just don't know how busy I'm gonna be later. It really depends on that.
I'm free all day now. I got all my shit straight up.
Yeah.
Oh, were you here when I played the amplifier?
I was in my house.
Dude, I have this fucking gigantic 100-watt amplifier that you just plug into the wall and play. It's not like a traditional one where you need vacuum tubes to let it warm up and then you can play it.
Yeah.
This motherfucker was so loud. Jake was almost in AJ's front yard and it still sounded like I was right next to him.
It was ridiculous.
And fucking Lydia heard it from her room. It was like wild. I'll show you a quick clip.
Keep in mind, that's from the street.
And he's walking backwards from his driveway to the street.
Oh, I saw the video online. I saw
Yeah,
it
you
on
saw
Snapchat,
on
yeah.
the chat.
Yeah, that thing is loud as fuck.
That is like dummy loud. And I recorded something on it last night with my bass player, and dude, we couldn't even keep it at a fucking we couldn't even keep it at 1. 1 was loud as shit.
But that thing's built for like stadiums and shit.
I guess, dude, I never got a chance to play it that loud,
Mm-hmm.
and that was fucking wild,
Did
dude.
you have protection in?
I was standing far enough away and behind it.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
All the air from the speakers is getting pushed outward, and
You
away.
could reenact the scene from Back to the Future where he.
And fucking just flies backwards. Actually, that would
blow
be,
up your speaker.
dude. That would be funny tonight. I would do that.
What? Blow up your speaker?
No, just
Probably
fucking.
blow up the fucking speaker, yeah.
No, I'm not putting a firecracker in it. I mean, we could put firecrackers around it. See what happens. I'm cool with that, but it's wet.
I feel like a display show. Oh yeah, it did rain for the first time in like a week.
It needed to rain, but it didn't really like.
Nah, dude, we already had the rain. I watched AJ's basement almost flood the fuck out.
Okay, my phone's about to die. We gotta wrap it up early.
Ladies and germs, rock and roll is always cool.
Sorry
Also,
about the abrupt ending.
Remember to always tip your delivery driver,
Rock
especially
and
if they're
roll.
me.
Rock and roll McDonald's! Rock and roll McDonald's! Rock and roll McDonald's! Rock and roll McDonald's!
that was a great way to end it.